Welcome to Auburn Opelika This Morning on News Talk WANI 98.7 FM and 1400 AM. This is WANI News with Andy Burcham.
64 degrees currently under cloudy conditions at 7:30. Andy Burcham with your news and weather, brought to you by The Legacy at Cary Creek. Mark your calendars for their big business after hours on January 14th. Opelika police are on the lookout for someone passing counterfeit traveler's checks. On Tuesday at approximately 1:40 p.m., a criminal possession of forged instrument, second degree, and theft of property, third degree, occurred at Target at 2640 Enterprise Drive. A female passed 3 counterfeit traveler's checks. During the transaction, the suspect presented what appeared to be a Georgia driver's license. Female appeared to be approximately 7 to 8 months pregnant at the time of the offense. Anyone who recognizes the picture of the suspect on the WANI1400.com website is asked to call the Opelika Police Department Investigative Services Division at 334-705-5220 or the Secret Witness Hotline at 334-745-8665.
Auburn Opelika This Morning, WANI.
Lee County Probate Judge Chairman of the Lee County Commission, Bill English, our guest on News Talk WANI, talking about the issue of same-sex marriages with regard to the probate judges in the state yesterday. Judge English has taken the stand that since Chief Justice Roy Moore has ordered probate judges should not issue same-sex marriage licenses, Judge English did not do that. That's what Judge English went along with that order yesterday.
Andy, I'm careful. It wasn't should. Shall not.
Okay. Are you leaving yourself open to any legal action by doing this in your mind?
Andy, I am whatever action I take. I have come to peace with that there are a lot of confusing rights. I'm comfortable I'm applying the law the best I possibly can. My decisions, whatever they may be, are going to make certain people unhappy. As a judge, you do that. I stand ready to explain my actions, defend my actions, and face the consequences.
Opelika Mayor Gary Fuller, our guest on News Talk WANI, joins us on the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Hotline. Mayor Fuller, I saw you at the press conference Tuesday, I guess it was Monday, with regard to the officer involved in shooting over the weekend. Very, very serious situation. If you can just give me your thoughts now, a couple days removed from a situation that no city wants to go through at this point.
There's no question Saturday night we experienced a tragic event that, of course, involved one of our police officers, and it resulted in the death of one of our citizens. And I tell you, our thoughts and prayers, my thoughts and prayers have been with all concerned, and certainly the family of the deceased, but with that officer too. You know, that's not an easy thing for a police officer to go through. And so I'm praying for him and his family. But, Andy, our police officers have a sworn duty. It's always a serious matter when a police officer discharges a firearm to protect himself and the public. And what I want is the same thing that Chief McAaron wants, and that's a thorough and transparent investigation.
Our second monthly visit with 3rd District Congressman Mike Rogers, our guest on News Talk WANI. Certainly in the news of late, the speaker's race, did it, let me ask you, because the last time you and I talked, it was right after that John Boehner announced his resignation. Did that catch the Republican Party? Did it catch you off guard, that initial announcement?
Unusual for me, but I saw that one coming.
Okay.
It did catch the conference off guard, but I frankly had noted about 3 weeks earlier that John was looking particularly haggard and unhappy. And in fact, about 10, 12 days before he resigned, I called Kevin McCarthy out in California. We were at home on the weekend, and I knew he was interested in the speaker's race. And I told him, be careful. I said, don't get caught off guard. I got a feeling Boehner's going to announce after the Pope's visit that he's leaving. He said, no, he hadn't said anything to me. I don't see that happening. I said, well, just want to be warned. And sure enough, as you know, the day after the Pope's visit. So to answer your question, the conference was surprised. I wasn't.
Shooting back on the 26th of December took place at a casita bar. This is actually in Lee County at the Rhythm and Blues Bar on US 29 North near Beulah and the Chambers County line. 3 people shot. It's believed that none of the injuries occurred were life-threatening.
That's correct.
Can you give us some details? I know it was an article in the Opelika Auburn News, Sheriff.
As you referenced, we did receive a report about 3 o'clock in the morning, just shortly after 3 a.m., and responded. When the first deputy arrived, there was an individual in the parking lot that had suffered what appeared to be apparent gunshot wounds to the abdomen, a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Let me just put it this way. There were some witnesses or people in the parking lot there, and it was one of the kind of situations where no one really saw anything.
You didn't get a lot of cooperation from the witnesses.
That's a good way to put it. We just simply did not get much cooperation.
It's time for the Auburn Bank Community Calendar, brought to you each day on News Talk WANI by Auburn Bank. Since 1907, your partner, your neighbor, your friend. We'll check the community calendar right after this from Auburn Bank.
Your friend, member FDIC.
On the Auburn Bank Community Calendar, the City of Auburn Public Safety Department will conclude its 2015 toy drive tomorrow. You still have the time to donate a toy by dropping it off at the Auburn Fire Division or Auburn Police Division. Also, Uncle Bob's Self-Storage at 1231 Gateway Drive and 2020 South College Street. Individuals purchasing a gift for donation should leave it unwrapped. For more information, contact the Auburn Police Department in Deborah Hoyette at 501-3129. Auburn City School Superintendent Dr. Karen Delano in our studios as she joins us on a monthly basis. Of course, the word coming out early September about a third-degree theft of property arrest at the Best Buy in Opelika regarding Ms. Reza. I know there's probably not a whole lot you can say about this, but what was, if you can, what was your general reaction when finding out about this, and then the reaction of learning of the retirement of Sandra this week?
Well, I think in any case like this, disappointment, really surprised. I mean, those were the first emotional feelings. And then after that, I have to just start an investigation. I have to start with finding out all the facts I can. And so I think most people know that I placed her on administrative leave while we were in that process.
Mike Hubbard, Alabama Speaker of the House, who joins us. When you look back, as the Alabama Speaker of the House, when you look back at 2015, good or bad, what jumps to your mind most immediately?
Well, the thing that jumps to my mind is probably what jumps in everyone's mind, and that's the difficulty that we had in putting a general fund budget together. Now, unfortunately, that is the way history is going to remember the 2015 legislative sessions, plural, although we did lots of great things legislatively in the session in 2015 and made a lot of positive changes for the state of Alabama, including economic development and education, lots of different things, but it's going to be overshadowed, I guess, forever in perpetuity because of the budget crisis that we had.
This is WANI Sports with Andy Burcham.
Sports this hour brought to you by Bubba's Medicine Shop. The time is 7:16. Auburn women's basketball is back at the arena tonight. The Tigers host Virginia. Cavaliers beat the Tigers 66-51 in Charlottesville last year, and both teams are 2-0 coming into play tonight. The duo of Faith Randolph and Lauren Moses lead UVA at 12.5 points per game. 6 Cavalier players are averaging in double-figure scoring. Randolph is also the leading rebounder at 6 per contest. Here's Auburn head coach Terry Williams-Flanoy.
Very good Virginia team. These mistakes that we're making right now, we definitely got to clean those up.
Welcome to the Big Screen Movie Reviews. It's part 2 of our Christmas show, brought to you by the good folks at your Auburn and Opelika Dominoes.
In Auburn, call 821-3030. In Opelika, 749-7101. Keep your hands off of that. Kevin, don't start eating that yet.
Wow. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen.
Online at Domino's.com or their convenient and friendly app. I'm sorry, I get very protective around bacon pizza.
You should.
And it is cold.
Bacon?
I'm kidding.
It's a thin crust? It's a thin crust?
It's thin crust
again,
bacon.
it's on the other side of the board here.
It's just like
it's
tons
out of my
bacon.
reach.
Look at all the bacon.
Oh. Andy, excuse me, Andy. If there's anything left, it'll be in your reach. Okay, how's that for a
sidebar? I think I know what I'm going to get Andy for Christmas.
Do you really?
Piece of bacon.
Bacon of the Month Club. It's a thing out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm not lying.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
All year round.
W254AY Auburn. News Talk WANI, Opelika, Auburn, 98.7 FM and 1400 AM. A broadcast service of Auburn Network Incorporated.